Good morning students, welcome to the English class. So students, I am Dr. Tripti Gupta from Shivjyoti Education Group Kota. So today we are going to take up our poem number 9, The Snake Train from Beehive book. This poem has been written by W.W.E. Rose. So students, before moving to this wonderful poem, let us look some information about our poet W.W.E. Rose. Students, our poem our poet William Wrightson Eustace Rose was born on June 14 in 1894 and he died on 26 August 1966. He was a Canadian geophysicist and a poet. He was the first published poet in Canada to write Imagist poetry and later the first to write surrealist verse, both of which have led some to call him the first modern Canadian poet. So, this was about W.W.E. Rose. So, students, now let us move to our poem, The Snake Train. Our poem, The Snake Train, is about a green colored small snake. Okay. Now, most of us, we are fearful of snakes and various other animals. Okay. See, most of us think of snakes as fearsome symbols of death. But the snake in this poem is itself a victim. Here in this poem, the poet has described another phase, another aspect of a snake, that he can even be a victim of our cruelty. Basically, we are brutal, we are cruel with just because we are fearful of snakes. Okay. So, now let us move to our first stanza here. The snake trying to escape the pursuing stick with sudden curvings of thin long body. Now, here this snake is basically, see, let us move further so that you will come to know about the background. How beautiful and graceful are his shapes. He glides through the water away from the stroke. Oh, let him go over the water into the reeds to hide without hurt. So, now here we can see a snake, it has been laying on the sand and it is basking in the sand, and all of a sudden he found a stick being following him and chasing the snake. Now, what that snake is trying? It is trying to escape the pursuing stick, the stick which is following it, and it is with sudden curvings of thin long body. The snake is of thin and long body and it has a curved movement, the way the snakes move, and through those curvings it is moving, it is trying to escape. How beautiful and graceful are his shapes. So, poet is finding the way it is curving, the way it is moving, that gliding, that smooth and quick movement was so beautiful and graceful. He glides through the water away from the stroke. So, from that land he has just entered the sea water and it is gliding, it is just swimming in a smooth manner and it is just very swiftly it is moving inside the water and trying to escape. Oh, let him go over the water into the reeds to hide without hurt. So, here the poet is pleading, he is requesting someone who is following the snake, who is chasing the snake, that let him hide, let him go and find a space, a safe place, so that in those reeds are basically they are water plants, they are water weeds, okay, sea water weeds, okay. So, they are of very long plants, they are, okay. And what the poet is saying, that it is just going to hide and let him go, let him escape, don't hit it, don't hurt, without hurt. That means the poet wants that snake should not be hurt, let him escape, let him find a safe place in those seaweeds. Small and green, he is harmless even to children. So, poet finds that small, green, thin body, very graceful, beautiful snake is such a harmless creature. It is even harmless to the children, even it is not at all been any way it is going to harm you. So, let him go. So, he is trying to justify why he is requesting everybody or that person to let him go, to be merciful and to not to hurt that snake, because it is harmless. Even to children it is been harmless. Along the sand he lay until observed and chased away. So, how we have come to know? Up till now, before somebody saw that snake and started chasing with a stick, it was along the sand he lay until observed. So, he was laying, it was been laying on the sand, it was enjoying the sun, and the moment it was being observed and being chased away. So, somebody observed the snake lying over there and now it has chased, someone is chasing that snake with the help of a stick. Okay. And now he vanishes in the ripples among the green slim reeds. So, now it has found an escape. It has been successfully, the snake has escaped into the water, into the currents. Ripples means to a wavy current of water. It has moved among the green slim reeds. All in those seaweeds which are of similar green color, the snake has vanished, it has disappeared into those green slim reeds. So, this is how the poet W.W.E. Rose has shown that, see here, the snake is really harmless and it has found an escape, because we should try to understand that at times our fearful nature, that we are being fearful of snakes, we just kill them just on looking at them. The moment we see them, we go and kill them without even thinking of whether they are harmful or harmless, or whether giving them a moment to escape and to find a safe place. So, that is how the poet is trying to project in front of you that here the snake itself is a victim, it is trying to hide himself, he is not going to harm you. So, let it go, let it live in its own natural environment and find an escape, and you should be merciful and pitiful to and sympathetic, because we have captured a lot of space on earth and their habitat, their natural environment is been intruded by human beings everywhere. So, we should be empathetic and to these animals. So, this is how this poem is all about, students. So, now I hope you will understand this poem well. Thank you, students.